Welcome to Fragmental.
An amusing take on random topics. So, not last week? 2 weeks ago. We did the podcast 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
So, Mike and I ordered some food, and we go out to the website to see kind of what the menu looked like. It's a new place around here, and they have these. It's a burger joint, and the burgers look pretty decent. The pictures look great. The onion rings look fucking amazing, and French fries and shit like that. And so we, but thankfully my wife's like, I'll go get it. So she goes out, she gets it, she comes back, she's like, here's the food. And we open the fucking package shop, and it literally looks like it doesn't even fucking resemble.
Oh yeah,
it didn't resemble the pictures. So we got thinking about like, does what you get, what you see and what you get are two fucking completely different things. So, I mean, you had the Arby's example earlier. We were talking about the Arby's example earlier. So
yeah, I mean, so first, I mean the Swenson's, right? The burger, it was a good burger. So I'm not going to sit here.
The food was good.
The burger, good. The onion rings were fantastic. Maybe not quite as good as they looked, but still very good. But yeah, I mean, the burger, which looked like this big beefy burger, looked really good. And then you actually get it, and it was like this smushed grease. I don't know what, and the best way, just pile of smushed bread and grease.
Yeah, they jammed it into like a bag, right? Was that in like a fucking bag?
Yes, it was in a bag.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was good, but it was kind of disappointing because it was like, man, the burger looked like a huge burger. I mean, I'm a big guy, right? So, clearly that is important to me. So, but that was a little bit disappointing. And then that's what got us talking about it. So yeah, I worked at Arby's in high school, and I remember one time I was at the cashier, and I remember one of the patrons came in and looks and says, how come my sandwich never looks like that? And pointed at the picture, and I'm like, yeah, well, me too, buddy. My sandwich never looks like that either, and I make it. But he was right, and I remember one of the managers actually took 15 minutes to craft the sandwich like it looked, and he's folding each individual piece of meat down onto the bun. And, the lettuce is perfectly fluffed, just like they do, in porn. They fluff it real nice, and they put the tomato on there and the sauce and whatever.
Wait, back out. I don't give a fuck. Fluffing the porn.
I just wanted to say that. You've heard of a fluffer, right?
I've heard of a fluffer.
Okay.
I'm aware of the concept.
So essentially, my manager was the fluffer. It was lettuce, but
you know what? I'm not having the horseradish sauce.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. But
if that fucker's fluffing the sandwiches, I'm not having horseradish.
But that was he made this sandwich. He crafted it really well, looked great. Put the cheese sticks beside it, and it looked perfect. It took him 15 minutes to craft it, though. Yeah. And it was just like, man, why doesn't you see it all the time? The food never matches what the advertising.
Yeah, I was talking to a buddy of ours. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I was flying back. And he was talking about when they do pancakes, they put a piece of cardboard between the pancakes, and they cover the fucker in motor oil because the viscosity of it holds better than maple syrup.
Oh, that's awful.
And it's just it's you're like, oh, that looks amazing, and then you go get it, and it's like, what the fuck? I didn't buy this.
Right, the pancakes aren't stacked at all. They're just kind of flopped onto the
But if you make pancakes
plate
at home, you're like, there's no fucking way they even look like that either.
No way. You're right. Nothing looks like how nice it does on the ad or the
Nothing
picture.
is the way that it seems, Mike.
Right. You're 100% right, though, and it's so disappointing because I think we all, you see so I'll give you another example. I remember in high school, we, our Spanish class, we did ice skating, and then we went to a Tex-Mex restaurant because apparently that's what you do in Spanish class. And I remember my buddy and I went.
That seems semi-racist for some reason.
In a weird way, it probably is. But you know what? My teacher was from El Salvador, so I blame her.
Okay.
But anyway, so we go there. I remember it was two dudes, a buddy and I, and there were 11 girls with us. And I remember the girls all ordered the taco salad or whatever, and my buddy and I, we ordered these meals, and we're just shaking our head oh, hell yeah, just wait for this mound of food. And then it comes out, and we're like, huh. I mean, yeah, it's 3 enchiladas, but these are tiny enchiladas. And then these salads were the biggest thing you've ever seen in your life. And the girls are making fun of us yeah, well, we got all this. I mean, of course, we ate some of their salads. But I mean, that's neither here nor there. That just says more about us. But still, it was so disappointing. I'm ordering what I believe to be the biggest meal on the menu, and it was a fourth the side of the girl salad.
Well, that leads into like when you've seen those things where like somebody orders like a shirt on Amazon, and it's like and it looks like it's gonna fit like 3 dudes in it, and it barely fits like a cat, or eBay. Like eBay's the other one where you go to fucking order something, and it's people post this shit all the time, and it's like it's the size of your child couldn't fit into it, or. Yeah. It's like they take a really close up picture of it, make it look way larger than it is. You know,
and then you get it and you're like, is this like a shot glass coffee mug? Like what the hell?
Yeah, exactly. I can't fit like a drop of fucking caffeine in this thing. It's not gonna work.
Why does my Mike Tyson autograph look like it says Milk Tyson? Like, this is not what was in the picture.
Yeah, and it's a picture of Samuel L. Jackson.
They don't all look alike, Dave.
Yeah, I didn't say that. I'm just saying Samuel Jackson's in everything.
No, but I get what you mean. Like, it's ridiculous. You're right. eBay might be one of the most egregious.
Well, but it's just people fucking with other people at that point, right? Yeah. It's just like, The Big Bang Theory. You watch Big Bang Theory?
Yeah. My wife loves Big Bang Theory.
Oh, it's a great show. But have you seen this is years ago, but where they go online to bid on the fucking time machine?
No, I don't remember the episode.
So they go on and they go to bid on like this replica time machine or the actual time machine from some show in the 60s, thinking it's like the size of like a water bottle, like a small, like something you put on your desk. But the flip of it's the full size fucking
like the size of a room.
Yeah, it's the size of, they couldn't fit it in the apartment and shit like that. So that's the reverse of like the truth in advertising piece of it. So
So I got another one for you.
Yeah.
Because going back to advertising, a car that is near and dear to both of our hearts, the Nash Rambler. Is that not, right? Good-looking car, nice body.
Yeah.
And the car was a piece of shit.
Yeah, the car was a piece of shit. Most of you out there never got that fucking Nash Rambler joke. Mike and I, to this day, still laugh at that the Nash Rambler joke. A few out there know what a Nash Rambler is, but hopefully some of you, actually, hopefully our general fact checker will go look into the Nash Rambler between episodes here.
But is that not a good example of this? Because I remember, I mentioned I almost wanted to buy one when we lived in the ghetto. And I remember like, man, it's an old car. It looks cool. You know, it's got everything about it. It has that look. And I'm like, man, this would be sweet to have. And that's when my buddy was like, no, you don't.
That's the last thing you want.
If they're asking more than $55, you tell him to go fuck himself. You know?
The fucking Nash Rambler. I think I mentioned that to my dad, and he was like, yeah, because that was like back in his day, like a fucking Nash Rambler. They made other cars though, right? Didn't Nash make other cars? I don't. Just the Nash Rambler is the.
I mean,
the
big
Nash
one. Rambler is the.
Yeah, fuck all the other models. But that's so true about like fucking you definitely. I don't know, not that you don't get what you pay for, but it's not. It's the expectation. That's the one expectation of one thing and not getting it right. It's an expectation.
Oh yeah, it's such a letdown. I mean, that's why. One of my favorite restaurants, haven't been there in a long time because they closed the one here, but Morton Steakhouse of Chicago.
Oh yeah.
They bring the meat around to you, right? So when they're showing you like these are our cuts of meat, or their dessert tray, you're gonna grab that exact dessert. Or, they're showing you the baked potato you're going to eat, which happens to be the size of your head. But, I mean, they're actually...
Some genetically altered fucking baked potato.
Oh, clearly this thing was on roids. I mean, it had back knee and everything. The thing was... I mean, this was the real deal.
Where on a potato would you get back knee? I mean, it's not like it has fucking legs.
It was underneath. Like it was on the bottom. It was on the bottom of it.
The bottom knee, neck knee, I don't know, whatever.
The part you don't eat, but it was riddled with back knee. I mean, this thing was angry. But it was delicious.
It got in a fight.
It beat the fuck out of the broccoli. So
broccoli's a pussy, though. Let's be honest.
But again, like it's one of the few places where they're actually delivering what they promise.
Yeah. That's a Chicago thing, though. They bring most steakhouse. We went to the Chicago Cut, I think it was one, and they do the same thing. They bring it out and like here's the. Of course, though, it's like I love it, like the McDonald's ads where you're like, hey, it's a quarter pounder, and then they got the asterisk before cooking. You know, it's just like now it's like an eighth of a pounder after the fucking cooks down. But to your point, like they bring a steak out, it's going to shrink, obviously,
right? But it's not like
you got an idea of what they're starting with, right? You know, so I guess that's like what you're seeing what you get. So,
I mean, how disappointing would that be if your mouth's watering? You're like, man, I want that New York strip right there. That thing is 3 inches thick. Hell yeah! And they bring it out, and it's chopsteak. You know, I mean,
it's like a fucking skirt steak, or not a skirt steak. What's the the chopsteak? I guess.
Right?
Yeah. Okay, stop it.
I mean, that's like
I try to get fucking creative there, and just I lost my
Just go with it, Dave.
Okay, I'll let you talk, and I'll listen.
How disappointing would that be?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you showed me a potato on steroids, and you gave me fucking tater tots, 3 of them. You know, like this is not. While I'm ranting, I also like the executive chefs that make all these really pretty things, and they try to make it look like you want to eat it because it looks so good, but then when you really come down to it, you're like, wait a minute, that meal is 3 bites.
Yeah, and it's $750.
Right. It might be the best looking thing I'm ever gonna eat. But I'm going to be hungry, and I'm probably going to stop and eat some complete junk on my way home.
Yeah, absolutely. That shitty burger from Arby's or
right.
Yeah, not shit. I shouldn't say that. No offense to Arby's. Not shitty. It doesn't look like the.
It's prime aged roast beef they're serving. I'm pretty sure, 27 days.
So I guess this leads into like what else doesn't look. What else do we have that doesn't look? I mean, you've got the burger. I mean, it's the advertising piece of it. Everybody knows those commercials, the food in those commercials, or even stuff that they advertise on TV isn't necessarily what you're going to get.
Right.
And how disappointing is the wrong word, but yeah, disappointing, I guess. Right. You order something and you're like the T-shirt that can barely fit on your hand, and it's like an extra large.
Welcome to my world, Dave. Like, I didn't order a sausage casing. This is supposed to be.
Why are you ordering? I don't even want to know why you're ordering sausage casings.
No, I'm not. The shirts are that small, and I'm a big guy. Thanks a lot for making me embarrass myself, Dave. No, I wouldn't.
I couldn't get the fucking connection to sausage casing. I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? But
if
the shirt doesn't fit, it would be you make sausage on the shirt. On the side.
Right on the side, I like to stuff sausage. Just saying.
That's what your wife said.
What? So I'll give you something else that's disappointing. So, right. Look, I've got no hair, spray hair, and things like that.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
So you're right. You're trying to mask the right. Nobody wants to be bald. Like, I guess there's some people, bodybuilders and dudes on steroids, and Stephen Austin.
Stephen Austin.
Oh, it's Stone Cold Steve Austin.
What about
he shaved his head?
Oh, he did?
Yeah. So he wanted to be bald, but most people don't. So spray hair or guy wearing a rug. I mean, that's
okay, yeah.
No woman wants to be surprised by that. Like, hey, look at the lettuce on the what?
Then when it falls off, like like you're going at it and he gets all sweaty and the fucking thing slides off.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean, how do you explain that? Like, hey, hon, your hair's running down your eyeball.
Yeah, exactly. Like, are you bleeding? Why is that? Like, you're brown blood? Or
don't worry about it.
I guess if you're blonde, it works out, right? Because you can kind of mask all that. If you're white, I guess.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. If you're of any other ethnicity, it doesn't really pan out. First of all, you wouldn't be blonde, but
I don't know. Cisco pulled it off pretty nicely. I don't care what you say, Dave.
But. No, he didn't pull it off.
He unleashed the dragon. That's all I'm saying.
Unleashed. Is that a song?
That was his album, and a song that my buddies and I senior year we went to South Beach for a senior trip, and we unleashed the dragon on the strip.
Unleashed the dragon
in a '96 Honda Civic.
How many guys in the Civic?
3. Oh, there was sausage aplenty in that car, my friend.
3. We came back from Fort Lauderdale. I was at Fort Lauderdale when I was in college, and one of my buddies missed his ride, or the ride didn't show up, and he had like a Cavalier, which is a small car but not super small. And we went down with 4 people, and we came back with 5, or 3. Went down with 3. I don't remember, but that was a tight fit from Fort Lauderdale, Florida to upstate New York,
So
just outside of Syracuse. So
let's paint
that's
a visual.
Fucking 15-hour trip.
Geez. So paint the visual here. What year Cavalier? I owned a '84 Cavalier that I bought for $100 at one point.
No, it would have been like a 88 or 89. It would have been like in the late.
Oh, so it was still the shit body type. Let's
yeah, it
be
was
real
that
here.
square, like somebody cut it with a
yeah.
fucking knife thing.
Yeah, it was
But
still
shit. I think it was the RS or something like that. It was a sport one. Yeah, it looked pretty sweet.
But
It was my roommate's
5 in a Cavalier.
Yeah.
Man, that's rough.
For like 17 hours. That was
a lot of spooning.
That was fucking rank as shit.
Oh,
by the time we got back to New York.
I would imagine. And in the summertime, I presume.
Well, no, spring break, so it was like April.
Spring break.
So it was like 85 in Fort Lauderdale and 38 when we got back to Syracuse.
A foot and a half of snow.
With a foot and a half of snow. Still in April.
All right. So truth in advertising. So again, I mean, so we talked about dudes, right? I mean, look, we talk about the women on the show a lot, but we're going to give you guys, we're going to give you
the three ladies that are listening,
right? All three of you,
right?
We're going to give you, you some opportunity here with, dudes letting you guys down, right? I mean,
well, so you got the spray hair. There are dudes that do like pec implants, or I think the big thing is calf implants, right? I think I've seen calf implants, and it's like, dude, just go to the fucking gym. I mean, it's like, you know what
fixes that? Squats and calf raises.
Yeah, exactly. Calf raises alone fixes that. You don't go do anything else. Just go do your calf raises. But but you're getting. I guess it comes back to like if you're a female and you're like, wow, check out that dude's calves, and they're not real. You know
I think they even, no joke, I think they make shorts that have like, fake butt implants in them. So you can look like you got an ass. And yeah, I mean, that's got to be disappointing. The girl goes to grab on and she's like, what the hell?
Why does it feel like gel?
Right. Why am I sliding off your ass? That's, well, that could be a different situation,
yeah,
but
I don't know. That's another podcast right there.
But yeah, I mean, so I feel the ladies there. That'd be disappointing. Look, I've disappointed many a lady in my time, and not for what you think. It's because I got this velvety smooth voice here. So on the phone, I mean, I sound like I'm 6'5", 200 pounds. I've been told before, black. And because going to a customer once with a buddy of mine, and we said, hey, so who do you think's who? And they said, he's Mike and you're the other guy. And I'm like, wait a minute, no, I'm Mike, first of all. And why's the black dude got to have this velvety smooth voice, man? That's bullshit.
Hey, Ike Turner. Not Ike Turner. What's the word I'm looking for? I apologize.
Yes, she did beat the shit out of me, if that's what you're wondering.
Yeah, exactly. No, I was not Ike Turner. Isaac Hayes.
Isaac Hayes.
I was going to Isaac Hayes.
So that's why I told him, like, first of all, you're racist. Second of all, it's pretty funny. So yeah, I mean, I've disappointed many. I mean, even going back to high school when, going to the fast food thing and driving around, and, there's a cute girl in the window, and man, she's smiling ear to ear as I'm driving around, and boy, is she pissed when I get to the window. I'm like, yep.
That's me. Well, and I guess, I mean, for like, you've got guys are doing it too, but I mean, not the obvious thing, but the more prevalent thing, and it's probably more societal at this point, but women with makeup. I mean, how many people have you seen you've seen the thing online? Well, and we'll reference like where they show porn stars with makeup and without makeup, yeah. And you're like,
I've heard
that's not I've heard, liar. And you look at it, and you're like, I would. First of all, I wouldn't recognize them walking down the street.
Not even same person.
And you're like, geez, it's a completely different person.
Yeah, you're like, this woman right here is smoking hot.
Yeah.
This woman right here was hit by a shopping cart while ingesting meth.
No, what's the one I used the other day? But I think I've said it on another podcast. Looks like their face caught on fire and somebody put it out with a bat.
We're
and
assholes.
That goes, and we are assholes. That actually goes for ladies and men, so we're not discriminating against the fucking.
Yeah, those porn guys put on so much fucking makeup. You're like, if it weren't for that dick, I wouldn't know who the hell it was.
First of all, how do you know porn stars by their dicks?
I don't. I'm speaking on behalf of our three lady listeners.
Yeah, exactly.
Who would clearly recognize, and
we're assholes.
Yes, only that guy leans to the left slightly, but
he's got that left-hand curve.
Right. I call that the shot caller. He's calling his shot right now, and he's pointing right now. Actually, I should call him the Babe Ruth, right? He's pointing.
Yeah, but it only goes one way.
Pointing to the left.
He's pointing to the left, but he's going straight in.
Well, he's going to angle it.
He's going to come in from the left and curve his way in.
I don't know how
we're so fucking off topic at this point.
So back to the makeup.
Back to the makeup. And then I saw this the other day on, I think it was on, might have been on Facebook, where you can get like temporary, like, I don't want to call it, I don't how to say it, like mold. It's like almost like molding clay, where you can shape your nose and shape your face and shape your cheekbones, and it's temporary. You can wear I don't know if you can wear it for a day or you wear it for a week, but I saw the woman, she had it on, and you're like, wow, she's attractive, and she starts peeling her fucking face off, and you're like, what the fuck, and seriously, I was like, what is going on here? And it's a completely different person.
I mean, that is messed up.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, first of all, we've all seen women who, when they don't wear makeup and they wear makeup, it's a completely different person.
And in defense of makeup, I have a relative that does professional makeup, and and she's amazing at it. And I'm not saying that because I've seen other makeup artists, but she's amazing at it, and she does it in such a way that you can't. It's not drastic, you know what I mean? It's like it truly what it's there for is to kind of enhance the features and kind of do that stuff.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's supposed
right?
to do. So, but to make somebody look completely fucking, I mean, I feel, I don't know if I feel sorry for the ladies, but I'm going to say it that way. But they do fake eyelashes and they fake boobs and the bras. Now they got, like, if you're not endowed on top, you got the water bras, you got the fucking cookies that go in there, and like if you're a dude and you fucking pot, you're like, shit, she's got like a D cup. Yeah. You pop that bra off, and you're like, what happened to fucking BC and everything else?
Wait a minute, they're supposed to like move and drop. It receded. What the fuck, right? Or it's a bra with no show, and it turns out she's got Amazon nipples. I need to know that. Okay, it's a different kind of night. So
I gotta know what I'm in for.
Right. I need to know. If it's a National Geographic kind of night, I'd like to know ahead of time.
Because I gotta put my David Attenborough fucking voice on.
Over here we've got the
in the South Pacific.
The Nippolis Maximus over here.
That's Latin for nipples.
Oh man. But you're right. I mean, it's disappointing. And you know what? Hey, I'll keep defending our ladies here. Dudes with huge bulges, right? It turns out that means they have huge balls
and a small penis.
I've heard that from many a lady and my wife. And
that is a personal topic I was not willing to listen to right now.
But no, I've heard that, and it's right. They're disappointed too. I mean, they're like, check this out, and then when it comes to, they're like, yeah, he's gonna get me pregnant, but only at a distance. Because,
these fucking balls are slapping against my ass. Like, what the fuck's going on? I'm bruised.
We'll be coming back to that one, by the way.
Yeah, we've gotten requests for that on another topic,
but so I mean, I feel for the ladies too, right? I mean, nobody wants that. Nobody wants to take somebody home that looks different, or I can't blame them.
No, not at all. And in the the title of this episode is Carpet Matching the Drapes, which brings in a whole nother hair color kind of conversation too. So, in like upstairs matching downstairs, in that case, sometimes there's no carpet.
So, but is that disappointing or is that a pleasant surprise?
For me, I don't know. For me, it's like a pleasant surprise. Although it kind of looks like it could be construed as like like a 12-year-old.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I mean, there are times where you're like, oh man, turn around.
Get on your knees.
But it's a very pleasant surprise, right?
Yeah.
But no, I mean,
but it goes back to I cut you off here, but it goes back to like porn becoming mainstream because most of them are. I mean, it's hardwood, all day long.
oh, it's right. You've got the boosh and you've got the scorched earth.
There's somewhere in between. It's like you got to keep it high and tight, right? I mean,
hey, nothing wrong with the landing strip.
No, there's nothing wrong with the landing strip or the shapes. They got. I've seen you got the triangle, you got the arrow pointing.
Yes, the arrow. I'm a big fan of the arrow. Big fan of the Star of David as well.
David.
If you to take the time.
How about the Hasidic Jew one?
I think that'd be if I put a yarmulke on my bush, then it would be more the Hasidic Jew. But I hear you.
Is it Hasidic or Hasidic?
I don't think it matters. Truthfully,
doesn't matter. Okay.
No, I don't think it matters. I'm
trying to be politically correct here on this show.
Yeah,
it's one of our tenets.
Yeah, you've only made 12 finance jokes about me, Dave. But this is the one we're gonna go. This is the hill we're gonna die on, huh? All right.
We're gonna die on the word Hasidic versus all of the stereotypic money Jew jokes. Right. We're okay with that, but we need to stop on the Hasidic part.
This is it.
I gotta make sure I'm correct on the Hasidic part.
So, I mean, what are some other ones? You got the microphone, so you could sing karaoke.
Karaoke. That's great.
All pleasant surprises.
Yeah.
But, I mean, is this a pleasant surprise? You go down there and the panties are a good 3 inches off.
I don't
because
know about
straight
that.
70s bush. I mean, where do you stand on that?
It's like, I don't know, man. You gotta hack your way through that to get in. It's not fun. There's more work involved.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the set.
But let me flip it. Like, if not the other way around, I mean, you got to keep it high and tight for the ladies. I mean, if you're gonna, if you're gonna, I love the term high and tight. I'm gonna use it. FYI, guys, high and tight all day long.
But no, that brings me to one of my favorite movie quotes of all time. You can tell this is 70s porno. The guy's dick has sideburns.
That's Anchorman, isn't it?
No, it's an Adam Sandler movie named Bulletproof. Adam Sandler and Damon Wayans, early 90s.
Oh, wow.
Now, it was before Adam Sandler was like really Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler's always Adam Sandler.
No, actually, his given name is Hyman Sandler. Very Jewish name.
Yeah. Well,
I completely made that up. His name's Adam Sandler.
Hyman. Now we're referencing. Speaking of Bush and Hyman.
I didn't even. That was a Freudian slip right there.
There's your Freudian slip for the night.
So
no. It's just I don't know.
Right. It's sloppy, right? Nobody wants it. You don't want to be pulling, an inch of bush out of your teeth. I mean, hairball cough.
You got to floss afterwards.
Hairball cough. Are you all right, honey?
Is that the cat? Nope.
I didn't know you had a cat. I don't.
Speaking of pussy.
But I mean, you got to keep it clean, high and tight, as you said.
Yeah.
Shapes are good. So we scorched earth, hardwood.
Hardwood sounds better than scorched earth. It's like somebody went down with a fucking blowtorch and like.
So where I went with I got that from Dave Chappelle.
Oh.
So it was on trading. He did Trading Spouses. So first he found
trading like as a show or like as a joke on his show. It was
a joke on the his show.
Okay.
And so first he found his new wife's vibrator, and he's like, "Was this a lightsaber?" So he's over there. He's doing Return of the Jedi with it. And then she's like, "So, do you want to have sex?" And he's like, "Sure." So she lifts the blanket up, and she's like, "I hope you like shaved." And he's like, "Wait, I've heard of trimming the hedges, but you done scorched the earth." That's where I went with that one.
Oh, okay, scorched earth.
Thank you, Dave Chappelle.
Thank you, Dave Chappelle, for a lot.
Oh
of
man,
this show alone. So
yes,
along with the scorched earth, scorched earth. I mean, there's you get the boobs that are bigger than they are because they're not. You can tell they're not natural. So, not that I don't think it's awful, but it's kind of like that's at least for me or for I think most guys. It's just like what's the real deal there? You know what I mean? So
yeah. Well, is it an underlying signal of something else too? Right? I mean, is this
that she's batshit fucking crazy?
Yes. I was trying to go highbrow, but no,
Look,
I think
we just talked about fucking pussy and cat ball and cat hairballs. I think highbrow was out the fucking window.
But no, I think you're right. There could be more there. Is she crazy? I mean, I think it would be the same thing if. I guess I can't say if we had implants, but
it could be. We talked about the calf implants and the pec, and I know guys that do pec implants. And what's the thing now where dudes were like, have you seen where they inject like oil or something? The Russians are doing it. Like they make their biceps like fucking massive by injecting like oil or something.
Really?
Yeah. I'm dead serious. I'm not making this shit up. Yeah. And it doesn't even look natural. Like the guy's waist is like a 26. His legs are like fucking sticks, and he's got these biceps that are like 30 inches.
But there's no definition in it.
There's no
right?
definition. It's just a big bubble.
Yeah, I mean, you got to have. That's not. I mean, I don't know. Maybe women would fall for that. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It doesn't look real. You know what I mean? It just doesn't look real. Let's go back to the truth in advertising and carpet matching the drapes. Is like Spanx are a huge fucking seller, right?
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where like you're. I think Tina Fey has a joke about like peeling herself out of Spanx, and it's like opening like a can exploded or something like that. I think Tina Fey makes a joke about that, but that's another thing where it's like, and I'm not fat shaming here by any means, but it's just like you're kind of surprised. Like they take their Spanx off, and then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, and then you're like, wait a minute, where's that 70s bush coming from?
No, but I think you're right, man. I mean, first of all, I'm a big fan of a natural beauty. So you talked about it. I want makeup to be an enhancer.
Yep.
I don't want you to be a different looking person. I want it to enhance the features you have. Do you have beautiful eyes? Do you have, whatever, lips that I really want wrapped around me?
Well, you're schwantz.
Man, she's got great DSLs.
What?
DSLs. You've never heard? Dick sucking lips.
Oh.
I've been told once or twice I have those. Fuck that.
Yeah, we'll stay on that side of the table.
From women, of course.
Oh yeah, of course.
But yeah, it's. I mean, I like that. I also something else I like is I like somebody that's confident in their own skin.
Well, that's what it boils down to, right? At the end of the day, women say the thing about guys. It's like a confidence thing. It's about confidence. You know what I mean? It's not having, looking like, like what's his name, Chris Helmsworth or somebody like that. Yeah, kudos to him. He works out in the gym and he looks great, but he has a confidence to him as well on top of that too. So I mean that plays into it. That plays into it with women too. So they're confident and I mean that's a huge attraction. I think that overcomes a lot. Yeah. It overcomes a lot. Yeah, I don't know. The Spank thing is funny. That's a fucking multi-million-dollar industry.
Yeah. No, I think something else you touched on.
But maybe that, you know what? Let me go ahead. Before I finish here, but maybe that's the confidence builder too, right? Like you put them on, they feel better, they're more confident. Maybe that's the positive side.
I think that's where women may come on some of it.
Yeah.
Is, I wear these eyelashes because I feel more confident thinking I've got these, whatever, fluffy eyelashes, I guess.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can see some of that. But those should be subtle changes.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be you wear so much makeup you look like somebody else.
I saw something the other day. The woman, she just had a baby, and they wanted to take like a picture of like her with her baby. And there's a series of shots of her putting her makeup on, like getting her face complete. And she didn't look anything like when she started, And then she took pictures for Instagram. No, now we get back to the fucking Instagram. I think we talked about this in another episode, but it's just it's funny to me. I mean, under the pressure that they're under to look like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
along those lines. Here, I'll touch on one part, and then we'll. I want to get to catfishing next. But you talked about the muscles, and you hear women all the time say, "Oh, he's compensating for something." Like, yes, they mean it's a joke, and they're trying to say he's got a small wang, but a lot of times they are. I mean, just because the guy's a big, good-looking, fit dude doesn't mean he's a good dude. Doesn't mean he's good in bed. Doesn't mean this. Doesn't mean that. Just means he's physically fit. Yeah. So I mean, I think women get tricked by that too, and they're pissed. Right.
Have you seen the Family Guy one where he's got the extra long? Is it Family Guy where it won't fit in the tunnel, and he keeps banging his way into the tunnel?
But wasn't that?
Is it Family Guy? I don't remember.
I think it was Family. Wasn't that the episode that he saw Chris in the shower?
Yeah. That's right. He saw Chris in the shower, and he bought the extra long car.
He kept going
in and out of the tunnel. But there's another one where it shows
a great visual for you.
It shows it was he hammers into it and it wouldn't fit, and he keeps banging into it. I don't even know if that was Family Guy. It was from something else, but I don't know, that was funny.
It sounds like it'd be Family Guy.
It could have been. Even could have been American Dad, possibly. Again, back to my Seth MacFarlane fascination. But catfishing, that's
man.
If you've watched that show, right?
So I actually haven't seen the movie. We just watched the show.
There's a movie?
Yeah. So the guy Neve actually, he made a documentary about it.
Oh yeah. And that's how, because he was catfished.
Yes. So I mean, talk about fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, where you get these people, but I mean, when you see the show, right? Part of it's like, come on, like, do you really think that the model that the picture happens to be, I don't know, somebody famous or I think now the big thing's Instagram models. Yeah. Because every hot chick apparently is an Instagram model now. But they'll take a few pictures and say, "Hey, I'm such and such. I've got nice looking boobs and I'm hot. I want you to stab me with that dong of yours." And they're like, "Man, she really wants my dick." And
yeah, that's exactly what they say. But my wife cracks up because I watch those Trainwreck shows, and I'm watching. She's like, "Why do you watch this catfish?" But they go through these things, and it's both sides. It's guys and girls. We're not.
Oh no, they've been both on the show, for sure.
And you're like the dude, or the chick you're hitting on, or the dude you're hitting on, or whatever the conversation goes. Hasn't shown you a picture, won't meet up. Apparently his address is like 3 houses down, but you never see him.
Right.
It's like at some point you're like, this is just fucking bullshit. Or are they not you, but are they so want this to work that just all of that common sense just goes out the fucking window?
Yeah. And that's the thing that would always bother me on the show. Is like, come on, you're in the same town.
Right.
Drive 25 minutes. And but they're like, "Oh, we had such great what was one of the? Oh no, it wasn't catfish. I was gonna say it was the football player, but he just made up the story. He wasn't catfished, was he?
Yeah, Teo.
Manti Teo, right? No, he was.
No, he was catfished. Yeah.
Somebody catfished a professional.
Well,
I
at
guess
the time,
he was in college.
Yeah, college. He's like their star.
He was the top linebacker at Notre Dame.
Yeah, at Notre Dame.
Right. So he's one of the most well-known college football players in the country. Now, again, you got to, dude, you really fell for this?
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well, then I'm concerned about Notre Dame's academics at that point.
Well, it doesn't mean he wasn't book smart. I mean, street smart's clearly
gone.
But, yeah, I mean, I just think it's messed up. I mean, you get these people's hopes up, and it doesn't matter how stupid we're saying they may look. The fact is they're just trying to find love, and they're trying to find somebody that they want to be with and spend time with. And that's fucked up to mess up with somebody's emotions like that, man.
Yeah. No,
I think that's one of the most egregious, carpet not matching the drapes right there.
Well, that's the funny thing is when they get there, do they have like the 70s bush or they,
That's what they say. Like, first of all,
yeah.
You look like you ate the girl that was in the picture. Just going to say that right
you ate
there.
like 2 of them.
And, you have a sweet...
What about the dude, like, they falls in love with this person it's usually on Facebook, too.
Yeah.
That's a fucking train wreck of a app. Man, they've got fucking data issues. They've got they're fucking selling shit off. They've got the fucking they're influence elections. And then you got this whole catfishing fucking thing. It is a fucking cesspool at this point. But they show up and it's a dude.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
oh yeah,
you're like,
Erica?
No, just Eric.
You. When
we're
we
both
phone sexed, you didn't sound like that.
You sounded like free time.
Yeah. You didn't tell me to lift up your balls first.
Oh god, what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. Both of us, there was that pause there, and both of us were like, I don't even know where to go with this.
I don't either.
It was done.
Lift up your balls.
Lift up your balls. But even that's fucked up. You're like, wait, you're a dude. You know what I mean? I'm like, it's not this anything wrong with being gay, but you're like,
no, that guy wasn't gay.
The Seinfeld. It's not there's anything wrong with that.
But you know what I mean? Like, so the guy who got hoodwinked, whatever, catfished rather,
hoodwinked,
pitsnoggled. Right, he wasn't gay. So here he thinks he's talking to what sounds like a smooth, a pretty girl on the other line who's talking about her, her big tits, and all these great things she has, and what she's going to do to you, and talk about. I mean, that's not fair, and that doesn't mean if he's not happy about it, it doesn't mean he's anti-gay. It means he thought he was meeting a beautiful chick. Yeah,
with fucking hardwood.
Right.
Literally hard. Now, in the dude's hardwood.
Right.
Like, now you've got hardwood.
Yeah, you can't say that because it's
exactly.
like, I got plenty of hardwood right here, my friend. Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, he's asking if the carpet matches his drape. He's like, it's hardwood. And he's like, all right. Totally different meaning.
So, all right. So carpet matching the drapes. We'll get back to that. So, is it a problem? So if you're with a blonde haired chick and you go and it's dark down there. I mean, are you like, do you say anything or you're just like, yeah, I knew it?
Well, there's a shit ton of indicators previous at the top of the fucking food chain here, but food chain.
Like talking about chowing the beef. Is that where we're going with that? Or
well, the only way you're going to see that is if you're down there anyway, right? So. Not that you're not gonna see it otherwise, but you're most likely gonna be. You're going downtown to. You're going downtown.
We're going downtown.
Yeah, you've got roots, the hair roots, and then your eyebrows are usually.
The funny thing about the eyebrows, now that you say that, is you weren't looking for the difference earlier. You probably checked after you're like, it's dark. Yeah, the eyebrows are too.
You're
Son
like,
of a bitch.
I missed that.
Or redhead. No, this is black as fuck. Come on, you're fooling nobody.
No, better one. It's blonde on top, and you're like, it's fucking beat red downstairs. And
fire
you're like,
crotch down there.
Fire crotch, and you're like, holy shit. Well, the freckles would have probably given it away, but
that's fair. That's fair. But
because they're strawberry blondes, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Was it red downstairs or blonde downstairs?
Would it be blonde with a reddish tint?
I guess it would be strawberry downstairs.
Yeah.
Who
strawberries after I'm done with it. I have no idea what that even meant.
Who doesn't love a good strawberry?
But yeah, I mean, we talked about it earlier. I think it's a pleasant surprise if you go down and it's the hardwood floors. Female hardwood floors in my case. I'm not looking for the male hardwood.
Right.
But no, I think it's a pleasant surprise.
It's tit for tat. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. If they're gonna clean it up downstairs, then I'm gonna clean it up downstairs.
Look, we should as dudes. We should.
Think so.
I'm not saying like it's got to be the most manicured in the world, but trim it up.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if absolutely, I totally agree. High and tight again. I'll use the high and tight.
Exactly. I mean, a girl shouldn't be. You don't want to see bush coming out of the bikini. Look, when we were in high school, this was
looks
something.
Like fucking Morty.
When we were in high school, this was something we did. Like, we'd be looking around like, dude, check it out. Bush 30. And you see it just coming out of all sides of the panties. And we were fucked up to do it. but at the same time, it's like, just clean it.
I guess, this is a question. It'd be nice if we had like a lady in here to do their stuff. I'm sure they... they like it. Obviously, there's it's $1 million industry of what do they call them? What's the term they use? There's the term for people that wax and shit.
Esthetician.
Esthetician. So, I think it was anesthetist, but that's
Yeah, so I
knocking you
mean,
off.
right? Is you can do the full Brazilian, right?
Yeah,
Or
you got the landing strip, you got the Brazilian, you got the triangle, you got the what'd you call it? The microphone, the
karaoke.
karaoke. It's all gone. You know,
the
hardwood.
dreidel.
The dreidel. For the devout Jew lady.
Hey, I mean, even the most Hasidic, like a
Hasidic.
little.
Here we go.
We're fine.
Yeah.
But either way, even the most Jewish amongst us, we like to show off a little bit, and bush hair, why not? So okay,
I'm still cracking up with the fucking panties 3 inches away from the body. Like there's like a gap. You know
well,
what
I mean,
way-
have you never seen that?
Maybe I don't know.
More in the bikinis where I've seen it, but that's where
Yeah.
you're just like, come on.
Well, that's where the Brazilian
Is buckwheat
what's
going down on you right now?
Brazilian
Because
is
you've got
all
hair
gone,
coming
right?
everywhere.
Brazilian is that's hardwood. Brazilian when you do a Brazilian or when they do a Brazilian.
Yeah.
Well, actually, guys do Brazilian too. The whole fucking porn industry. Most of those guys are that's hardwood
Yeah,
for 2 meetings.
yeah. There's plenty of hardwood. You're correct.
Hardwood and
But,
hardwood.
Yeah. So they've was that would that be sanded wood?
It wouldn't be sanded. It would still be hardwood
It's still hard.
and wood.
Yep, we're 12 years old.
Exactly.
But
That's the whole concept behind this.
so I mean, is there a preference, right? Because I do wonder, do ladies have a preference? Would you, would you rather me have nothing there? I mean, right? I've always heard you trim the bush, the tree looks bigger.
I say that myself. I mean, you look at a tree out in the middle of the field, you mow all that grass down. Guess what? That tree looks fucking amazing. Which is another. So here's the flip side of it. Here's the lady side of it. Like, you're looking at the dude and you're like, he's not that big, and he shaves all that shit off. I'm like, oh my god, he's fucking stacked.
Yeah, it goes back to the bulge thing there, right? I mean, I've heard women say it all the time, and except for the smart ones, they figured it out, and they're like, no, you got to look for the cucumber shape, or Shabbat Shalom, he was circumcised, but
Cucumber shape.
Yeah, that's what they say. You got to see the dong, not just a big pouch.
Oh, right. That I wouldn't know that.
I wouldn't either. I've just heard women say it because I'm not a wiener watcher, Dave, so I don't know these things. Just know how many I've disappointed,
I mean,
have been disappointed.
Yeah. not intentionally.
Right. So back to the women's side of things. I mean, from us, is there a preference?
That's a question for the ladies.
No, but I mean, as far as on the women. So, like, you want your woman to have 70s bush? You want it to be hardwood?
No. I mean,
is in between the sweet spot there.
It's
I mean,
kind of
what's,
like that's hardwood to the high and tight. You know what I mean? It's just. I
think it depends. Like, clearly, if I'm going way downtown, I'd probably prefer, the hardwood. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've had that happen before, where you're kind of the. But you can't. You just didn't have the heart to let her know that's what was wrong. Mm-hmm. So
you're like.
But that's okay. Or I mean, the hardwood. You get a nice. Feels good around the dong. You get a good rhythmic slap going with the balls, right? I mean, what woman doesn't like a good hard slap from the balls? Not
yeah, exactly.
Not,
yeah.
Let me get this.
When
I'm not talking about assaulting a woman. I'm talking.
Who's the dude? Who's the guy that Ray? Who's the guy that knocks his girlfriend out in the elevator?
Oh, Ray Rice.
Ray Rice.
Yeah. We're not talking about Ray Rice. No. We're talking about good ball slapping. I mean,
oh god, that's too funny. The Ray Rice down south, the Southern Ray Rice.
I'm gonna Ray Rice the hell out of this bush. It's no, you can't say that.
No,
I feel like she dries up at that point.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna Ray Rice the shit out of you. What? Excuse me?
And we're done.
And I will never see you again. Thanks.
Right. Fuck out.
And I'm out.
But yeah, so I had somebody ask that, is there a preference? And I say it depends. I mean, sometimes I like that, just kind of feeling the skin on skin action. I think it's pretty good. Sometimes, I like a cushion.
Well, okay. Let's analyze this cushion you're referring to, because if there's a cushion, that's 70s
You're right. That means
bush.
it's a solid inch of bush. You're
that's
right.
like 1870s bush.
You're right. I don't want that. I just
Cushion. It's like it's a pillow down there. I'll just lay my head down here.
You
and
know
fall
what I
asleep.
love to do? I love to lay my head on my wife's bush. Yeah, that would not said no man ever.
Yeah, no, not at
Nor
all.
any woman.
Yeah.
I can't imagine there's too many women that are like, you know what I like on a man? A nice thick bush.
Yeah, where I can't see his junk.
Right. I mean,
All I see is fucking hair and a little thing poking through.
she's down there speaking Australian. Good on, Mike.
Where's your didgeridoo?
Chopping through the bush to find his wife. I mean, that's, I don't want that.
It's another David Attenborough moment.
Hey, we all have them. And
Anyway,
so to boosh or not to boosh, that's the question.
that is the question. That's what we're going to leave that to all 7 of our viewers. If you like this show, please mark it. So,
And if feel free to shave the Fragmental logo into your bush and
Yeah.
send
send
videos.
Send a picture. That would be awkward because we know most of our viewers.
Yeah, all 7 of them.
all
you are
7
correct.
of them. Wow, that was wow! I didn't expect that. That's funny. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. It's that I guess the carbon match and the drapes is it's truth in advertising, right?
Absolutely. We need some more truth in advertising. That's for goddamn sure.
I agree. So with that, we will wrap things up. So thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Dave.
We will talk to you guys in a couple weeks. See ya.